it's like, I don't know if her sis don't want to go and then she'll wake up. You know what I mean? Set up for me. It's really good on this shit here for me.
Need to start a job.
I don't know how to get a job.
Palace ain't paying you.
At
least you don't piss for Sota anymore, do you?
No. But I mean, I think it
Let's get high as fuck and piss for
The next step would be to something big, probably $20.
For weed. The legal shit.
I know it's
Ban the way he does it.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Legal or not, right?
Yeah, fuck it. So yeah, some days I'm like, fuck, I should fight, and then I'm like, cause of money, but
You gotta commit to that shit.
that's the fucking bitch. Yeah, but I fought before and won without training camp. When I fought Mexico once, because they called me up for short notice, I was like, I haven't even been fucking training because I was injured.
Yeah.
They're like, what, you mean they're gonna resign me? I'm like, fuck, alright. And I thought I was getting my ass whipped.
You ain't through.
Got lucky as fuck.
It's a good lucky though.
Yeah.
You're a prom king?
No, that was Prince. I don't know why they gave me the king one though. I was Prince, I lost.
I was Prince too.
You were?
My senior.
You guys bowling with PH?
Yeah.
Or posts?
And that's my fucking football right there when I broke the record for the rush yards.
Serious?
Yeah.
You a G?
But they broke my record quick. It wasn't even that much, but.
For at Portable or for state or
Portable.
Fucking bitches. Don't pass them on water.
Alright guys, I'm just gonna do this. Ready?
Yep.
Should I lower the TV? Is that fine?
No, we're good there.
We're good. What's the score?
Oh.
14-10.
Who's up? Packers.
Alright then, ready? Alright.
Good evening and welcome to this week's version of MMA Fight Pass and HammerFist podcast. Today we would like to thank Spike and Rail to start everything off, and also Gepler Digital Media. I'm blessed and thankful to have these two guys join me. We're off location. We're actually at this boy's house. This is Joe Soto, Bellator champ, UFC vet. We also got the big man over here, Javy Ayala. He's fighting on December 14th for Bellator against some guy named Frank Mir. He's got some pedigree and some age behind him, and probably a lot to worry about. So before talking about anything else, we also went out to Tachi, our guest we had last week, Evan Solorio. He walked away with a second round TKO. We had a ton of good fights, and would like to thank Rich Goodman for extending a media pass out to us and having us out there. Great show, great card, top to bottom. With that all being said, there's a lot to talk about now. Javy, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good. So how's camp going, man? You have to cut any weight? You do anything? You on weight? You on pace? What's going on?
Camp's going great. You know what I mean? My weight's good. I'm actually lower than I've normally been coming into previous fights before, so I feel real good about that.
Cool.
The weight kind of just seems to be flying off. I feel good. I feel strong.
Yeah, I rolled with you before I broke my foot, and it seems scarier now. It's weird how that worked out.
That's why I don't roll with them no more.
Yeah. You just want to take arms and break people's face off, man. And Joe, man, so what have you been up to? Living life? I mean, you got a beautiful family. You take some time off, I saw.
Yeah, I'm taking some time off fighting. Probably won't ever fight again, maybe. I don't know.
Don't say never, man.
Never, maybe. We'll see. Javi hooked me with the job, so I'm working with him now.
That's awesome.
And that's about it. Just working, spending time with the family, and trying to figure out, what I want to do with the rest of my time.
Yeah, I mean, you're 31, man.
31, so.
Old man. I mean, I'm 38, still trying to throw hands, and sometimes it's stupid. Cutting weight and getting ready for fights, it's a job in itself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you got in store for right now? Because I heard that you're flying out week, like when? December?
I'm flying out the 10th, December 10th, so Monday.
You ever been to Hawaii?
No, I've never been.
It's awesome.
Kind of excited to go. I've been talking to different people would tell me different things. They say where I'm going is kind of the more like LA-ish and Hawaii.
It's 3 million people in one little spot, but it's amazing. I mean, LA don't have beaches like that. You have a great time. I mean, it's the venue itself, a 2-day event for Bellator to be there, and I mean, you're on the main card against a big dude. Have you been following them or checking anything? Or I mean, I know you guys are game planning. I don't want to get into that. I mean, it's too close to the fight to be asking questions like that. But
You know, I follow him on his social media. He doesn't really post too much on his social media. I try not to either, simply because I don't want to really give out what I'm doing.
tip your hand, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want him to know what we got in the works and stuff like that.
You know, you guys both came from, I mean, the same town, family, cousins, like 2 different sizes. You guys crashed the MMA scene. It's insane that, I mean, the talent that's coming out of this small little area, especially out of your family.
Yeah.
How long have you been training and doing wrestling and all that?
Well, I started wrestling when I was 13 years old. I'm 31 now. You do the math, but
18
I'm not
years.
very good. And then, you know, so I did wrestling in high school, and then started training jiu-jitsu and pretty much MMA when I was after high school when I was 18. So it's been doing it for.
When was your first MMA fight? You
My
were
first
young.
fight I was 19.
19?
19 years old. Yeah, I think it was 2006, maybe 2007, something like that. And then I went to college a little bit, did a little bit of junior college, wrestled out there in Iowa Central, and then went pro full time when I was 21.
Nice.
Yeah, so about 10 years now.
So, I mean, you were the first winner of the tournament, too.
Yeah, the first Bellator champ ever to be crowned.
That's
So
insane.
yeah, it was a cool experience because the year before I just got out of jail actually, you know, because I got in trouble in high school. So yeah, and they suspended my time, so I ended up doing it later on, and I just got out of jail and I started fighting full time when I was 22, and yeah, it's cool.
So that's well rounded, man. I mean, you done from the bottom to the top. You went. I mean, you've been on the very, very top. You've always been a highly ranked fighter. I mean, it's
pretty cool too because this guy was actually there at the Bellator when I won the belt, and now he's
fighting for him.
and hopefully, you know, we get to see him win a championship.
I mean, I've been on the receiving end of your power. I've rolled with you. My claim to fame is I got a hard head, but you hit hard, and they keep showing that survey replay. I mean, that's got to be something Frank Mir's got to be fearing of. If I was game planning or in his camp, I'd be like, he does have that hand, you know. So I mean, I'm thinking he's probably doing jiu-jitsu, but you know, the thing for me is, you're here, you're home, and you're training close to home, and that's got to be better for mental health and your physical health for me. And he's off traveling, gone all the time.
Yeah, it feels good being at home, being able to see my wife and my kids every day too. I'm still able to work right now.
Right.
I have a full-time job. So I work all day, then go train at night, and then I get to come home and sleep with my wife and my kids.
That's a big deal. I mean, for me, I mean, the culture that we have here, family's a big deal. I mean, speaking for you two, you both came from the same family, came from the same thing. When did you start wrestling?
I actually started in 8th grade. So
Okay.
Joe was, I think, like a freshman. He already had wrestled for like 2 years, and then I started wrestling my 8th grade year. And then I kind of was on and off. I don't want to say I wasn't like that good, but I was good. I've always been athletic, so I did pretty good when I started wrestling. And then I got into high school, and I kind of got into hanging out with your friends, talking about girls. So I wasn't really too much into sports until the end of my sophomore year, and that's when I started taking sports a lot more serious, and I started super cracking down on wrestling and football, things like that. And then I seen and I felt myself getting better and better.
Nice. And in this camp, is there certain thing that you're honing in on and training for, or are you just sharpening everything? I mean,
we're sharpening up everything. We're just working quite a bit on wrestling too. Jiu-jitsu off my back. You know, I know that's what after Frank watching me knock out Sergey and how good I did against Roy, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna want to try stand up with me.
No, that just seems like a bad idea all the way around. So with that being said, what's going on, John?
Hey.
So You're close to home. You can train at home. Are you traveling anywhere? Or you get to train with different people?
I'm actually been making my way up to Elite Jiu-Jitsu in Visalia. I've been working with a few black belts up there. I went up north a few times. So I'm trying to get different looks from different people and kind of just test to see what level I'm, or how sharp I am.
Right. See if there's any chinks in the armor yet, right?
Yeah.
So wait, you got the weight cut happening. What's your go-to? Done weighed in. I'm gonna go eat food.
Oh, it has to be Red Lobster. Red Lobster's my favorite.
What
Joe
about-
knows that every time I weigh in, I gotta go eat Red Lobster. There better be one in Hawaii.
I think
that
there
used
is.
to be my thing too. It was like, but mine was a Judge Crab Shack. Like there was always like when I first was in Bellator too. There was always wherever I fought, there was always a Judge Crab Shack. So it was either that or Red Lobster, but with king crab, really, that's what I get.
I mean, that's sweet, delicious meat. Yeah, I mean, it sounded highly homo, but it's sweet, delicious meat.
You said that about me before too.
Hey. So wait, what's your morning of food? I mean, what do you eat?
Of the fight, the morning
Yeah.
of the fight, I have like good breakfast. I eat my egg whites and stuff like that, but I start carving up. I eat pancakes, French toast.
No sweet meat.
No sweet meat.
Saves up for after.
I say that for after the fight. That's just get me tired.
So if you're gonna like looking back at everything you fought and everything you've done, what's the one thing that you've learned the most from? Like which fight do you think you've learned the most from?
Probably when I fought Carl Salmon Tuffa the second time.
You got that name right too. That's crazy.
Yeah, so me and him, we had fought the first time. I took on short notice, and he ended up beating me. And I didn't expect to go in there and lose, but I took this fight on like a 2-day notice.
Right.
And so the second time I was like, all right, I got this guy. So I trained my butt off. I felt like I was on another level, and then me and him go at it. First round, I felt like I dominated. I think he landed like 2 punches on me the whole first round. Second round, came out strong again, landed a flying knee, dropped him, got on top of him. Halfway through that round, boom, I don't know what the heck, I just hit like a brick wall.
Gas tank then.
Yeah, the gas tank was done. And then after that, he took me down, got on top of me, elbowed me, broke my nose. And it kind of opened my eyes, like, you gotta, even though you gotta, it's kind of like that saying, was it hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, fuck, you gotta work your ass off, Javi, because these motherfuckers are coming for you.
Yeah, oh yeah. You didn't. I mean, knowing that, you become like you're at the apex right now for Bellator and with the heavyweights, and you got a target on your back now too. I mean, you're taking down some legends, and now, I mean, people coming up. I see a lot of the young fighters that are coming up. Some of them have talent, but some of them don't have heart. And to get where you're at, you gotta have both. And so, I mean, your work ethic. I watched it, and it makes me tired watching you work. And so, but I mean, it's him too. I mean, I watched you go 3,000 rounds and then say you won another one. I mean, when you were training hard and gearing up for fights like this, I watched you cut down to super shredded thin just on test cuts. I mean,
yeah. I mean, last summer I ran 300 miles, 100 miles a month. I think that's what kind of taking a break now kind of burned me out a little bit. I was trying to get down to 125. We got down to 130, and then found out the UFC wasn't going to re-sign me. So I was like, you know what, I was pretty burned out.
did they just cut out the 125s too?
And that too. I was like, well, good thing I didn't make 25. But it was a fun little test cut, I guess, to see. I mean, that was the lowest I had been in like 15 years. I got down 130. So it was an interesting journey for that last summer. But
looking back on your fights, what fight do you like the most that you had? I mean, you had some bloody ones.
The Dillashaw fight was good. I mean, I think I could have did better. Obviously, I could have opened up more. I mean, but that was up there with one of my best performances ever. Went 5 rounds with one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world right now, and on a short notice, a day's notice. So that was good. I wish I could have won that, won that fight, but that was probably one of my best performances. Could have did better, but I feel that by every fight.
Well, and until you just absolutely dominate them, you feel like that, I think.
Yeah. So.
What fighter out there right now would you like to fight?
Would I like to fight? No, and I don't feel like fighting right now.
I mean, there's nobody out there you'd be like, I think I could get after this dude.
Probably Dillashaw. I mean, why not?
Just do it, right?
I really don't feel like fighting, but you know, that'd be. I don't really care. You know, and part of me always wants to fight. Always wants the best fights and the biggest fights, and part of me always thinks, you know what I mean. But I'm pretty content, and just kind of.
Cool.
I kind of want to leave that all in the past and just kind of focus on what's next, because I got to figure it out, you know, eventually. And right now I'm 31, and I don't want to wait till like I'm 41. So I'm just trying to figure out if I want to go back to school or what I want to do in my life, you know. Right now I got a good job, my first job ever at 31. It's a good job thanks to this guy, but I definitely want to figure out like something like maybe counseling or kind of get into some social work. I like helping people, you know. Even with my gym, like I like training guys and everything. That's fine, like training guys in jiu-jitsu, but I just like the like talking to them and kind of helping them in life.
All around
in life, you know, helping them that way, you know. We had people come in like when they were young. Now we have one guy. He's like came in like 18-year-old. Now he's like a totally different guy. Now he's a cop.
Oh yeah,
just stuff like that. Yeah, Mondo, you know. Just seeing him like get better as a person and transform. Like that kind of stuff is what I'm into. So maybe helping people in some kind of way.
Yeah.
So,
staying with the jiu-jitsu too, that could carry you through it.
So just you know, living life, taking a day at a time. And I'm ready to watch this guy. You know, beat a former champ. Hopefully, you know. I hope so, and I'd be excited for him. And hopefully, we see him fight for a Bellator title pretty soon.
Oh, soon.
And then you know, maybe a UFC title. I mean,
let's take all of them.
Yeah.
That's then head over to one fight championship. Take that one too.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're midway in your career, and you're climbing. Where like after you get done with the mirror fight, and I'm believing it's going to be a win. That's everybody's pointing at. That's what we believe in. Is there anybody else in the heavyweight ranks that you want to fight?
You know what? Everyone in Bellator right now in the heavyweight division is pretty much top tier fighters.
Yeah, they're all dangerous.
Yeah, they're all dangerous, all legends. They've all been in the sport for a long time. I'd be more happy to fight any one of them. You know, Fedor, I've been a fan of him since I was young.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be an honor just to hop in there with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, Fedor. There's Matt Mitrione. Kind of had a little Instagram beef with him.
IG, you gotta love it.
I kind of want to give my 2 punches in on him.
Right. So so you said you've seen a bunch of people growing up. Who was your biggest, I guess, your fanboy meeting that you got to meet? I mean,
I haven't really met too many of my like all-time favorites. I'm gonna meet one on December 14th.
Yep.
It's actually been.
That's gonna be awkward. What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's gonna. He's actually been one of my favorite fighters since I first started watching MMA and then actually training MMA. So it's whenever they called me to tell me, hey, you want to fight him? I was like, yeah.
I mean, he's a lefty like me, and I'm like, oh, he's fighting me. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. Because I've always loved the guy. I mean, he always seems to pull something out, but I don't think I've seen him recently do anything big. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like he's hit his plateau and he's where he's at. You know, and I see you climbing and raising. I just don't see. I haven't seen you stop improving. Mm-hmm. And I mean, and talking to you on camera and off camera, your heart's still there for it. I mean, he's ready to retire, and you may get the spur and want to do it again, but he's achieved some things, and you're not ready to hang him up yet. I mean, you're still young at 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you start being smart about fights, in my opinion. You know. Yeah. You're not like, oh, I gotta get balls and hit him.
Yeah, like when I first started my fighting career, like I would take fights, like I told you against Colorado, I would take fights on short notice, and it's kind of like, shoot, now I think I shouldn't have done that. But now, like, I'm getting smarter, and I'm actually trying to build a legacy, pretty much.
Yeah, your own brand, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it's about now. So what do you do for hobbies for like outside of fighting, just to relax and
besides eating?
Besides eating,
yeah.
That's obvious.
Wait a minute,
pretty much nothing. I got nothing.
Hey guys, talking about eating, Chris Ronquillo has 2 food questions.
What's that?
2 food questions from Chris Ronquillo. Joe, what's your favorite Mexican food, and what's your favorite biology? Go ahead, guys.
He knows me already.
What do you got for Mexican food?
I mean, I'm pretty simple, dude. Mac and cheese burritos are good. Like, just enchiladas. I kind of like everything. I don't have a favorite Mexican food. Kind of like it all.
Where'd you go to?
Menudo's bomb.
Do you got a go-to spot that you go eat?
Right. I like El Tapatio here in town, but the kids don't like it, so we've been going to Chaguitos here. They have good tacos.
Tortas there.
Tortas are good too. They're bomb. And there's a place right here. I forgot what it's called, but they have good tamales actually.
Oh, La Fuente?
Yeah.
I know all the good spots.
You got tattoos of all the restaurants.
You got a torta in his arm right there.
It's pretty much sponsored by every restaurant in the town.
And then for me, I love Palacios. Pizza is probably one of my all-time favorite foods. So it's kind of like, I see it like it's a Subway for pizza. So you go and you're like, all right, I want that on my pizza. I want that on my pizza. I want that.
I never thought of it. It's a Subway for pizza.
Pretty much
I want
it
that
is.
kind of crust and that sauce.
You make it right in front of you.
So
you put it in the oven.
what's your pizza?
My go-to is I'll get the herb butter, the red sauce, mozzarella, I'll put pepperoni, ham, bacon, sausage, and jalapenos. I'm pretty much, it's just all meat, the only vegetable.
Pretty much on me.
All that sweet meat.
Oh, that sweet meat on there. So when's the last time you had Palacios?
I want to say it's like,
Lunch.
it's been
It
about,
was like 2 hours ago. Shit.
about a day and a half. Nah, it's been probably about like 2 months, going on 3 months. I haven't had Palacios.
So you've been serious about this diet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, a lot of people, if they're not in the fight game, diet drives the machine. I mean, that's a fuel for your body. And if you're eating like trash, I mean, your performance can end up that way. You know, and on a weight cut, it's hard because everybody says, you know, you're heavyweight. Why you got to cut? Because they put a number at the top of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only 265.
Yeah.
With
266.
With 1 pound over.
66 to be exact.
So I mean, do you plan on walking in underweight?
That's my plan. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes
Everyone
got tortas in front of you.
Everyone got to plan out biology. Comes around.
You gonna jump on that plane because what's the salt this swell?
They got all kinds of snacks on that plane, dude. So I gotta watch out.
I'll eat them for you. I'm free tired.
That's your DH right there. You get all your food for you in front of you.
Give me that shit.
You
Here's
small.
a salad. Eat them lettuce, you rabbit. Silly rabbit.
So what do you do at home, man, for fun?
I mainly spend time with my wife and my kids. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I work full time, and then training is pretty much another full time job.
Yeah.
So any spare time that I have, I like to spend with my wife and my kids. I kind of find my peace there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
You just passed over Halloween. Did you take them trick or treating and all
Yeah,
that?
we walked up and down my block, and then we went back home, and we handed out candy to watch all the little kids see what they were wearing. Stuff
Right.
Like that.
Be a little judgy on them, but like that kid didn't try really. What about you? Did you go trick or treating?
Yeah.
You get dressed up?
No.
He was a goblin.
I was, I was, nothing. No, we just took the kids out. But I didn't do much.
Nothing too exciting.
I just try to eat all their candy that they eat.
Just hide their
You
shit.
gotta eat all the candy before they eat it.
But I dressed them up I dressed my daughter up as probably my favorite food too. She was a pizza. And then my son was Fruit Loops. I like Fruity Pebbles, but I can't find that, so he's Fruit Loops.
So you basically picked up their costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were probably just hungry that. You guys were like gonna go grocery shopping, but you guys had to
They had like a
first.
couple of costumes. They wore some other costumes the other day. They had like a Halloween party at the dance.
Mhm.
And then, but for that, yeah, they were food.
So what else is on your plate for the year? This is gonna end it out for fights, yeah?
Yeah, it should. It's 7/14. That after that, I'll be able to enjoy Christmas, enjoy tamales.
Yeah, you have a good Christmas.
Yep. I'm excited for it.
Heck yeah.
Working all that overtime. And then
I've been working like an animal, dude.
He's been working a hack overtime. He's like, hey, you want to work overtime? I'm like, not really. I'm like,
So you're hauling ass on work where you're at for your job, and then you're still training.
Yeah, for a while.
this guy's working like 12 hours a day
I was
sometimes.
working from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. Going home, showering, and being at the gym by 6 to about 8:30.
And I mean, for me, I've never seen you like that. I want to quit tired, and you work 12 hours, you work out 4 hours. I mean, how the hell do you do that, man? I don't understand that.
I think it's like a competitiveness. I think growing up, even like with Joe, and we have another cousin named, we call him Speedy, but we'd always play like football on the streets, and then we're roughly around the same age. I think we're all a year apart, and we just kind of push each other, and it kind of made us super competitive. Like, especially when Joe was getting ready for fights, I would see him hitting the bag, and I was hitting the bag next to him. We're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna hit it harder and more than him. Fuck this guy. So it kind of helped push me to push harder.
So all this is your fault.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All the fights and all the hardware up here. I mean, everything is just, it's all your fault.
Responsible for all the shit.
So what's next? What are you gonna do next? I mean, you gotta get him in some more trouble doing something else.
Nah, he's the guy. He's on his own.
He's on his own now. So how's it feel? I
He's
mean,
leading.
you are leading the area. I mean, there's everybody. When you talk about heavyweights, your name comes up, and it's. Have you felt like you're, like the star quality all of a sudden, like, oh, that's Javy? Because I people are like, hey, you train with Javy. Like, dude, oh, you know him? Like, I get that all the time. I was just at the fights at the Palacios. Like, where's he at?
He's hella popular at biology.
I'm at Walmart.
You're like a card carrying member, and she'd be like, Javy.
At work at Walmart at the DC, dude, I'm like an A-list celebrity there.
Yeah, I'm nobody over there.
Yeah, I walk into the DC and they people want my autograph. I get any day I want off. You know what I mean?
But we watch that EDI. This motherfucker's a celebrity, and
Yeah.
they're like, who the hell are you?
Yeah, Walmart is
You ever
good.
heard from Walmart?
Sam's like, that's my son right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Okay, great. Another question for Javy. Of all the places Bellator has gone, Hawaii, Jerusalem, and Roman Coliseum, is there anywhere in the world that would be a bucket list for you to fight at?
Actually, the Coliseum.
That would be sick.
That's actually one place I've always wanted to. Well, Hawaii too. I've never been there, but I've always wanted to go to Rome and see the Coliseum.
Do you want to go to Israel and see Tel Aviv?
What's Tel Aviv?
Tel Aviv's in Israel. It's like on the coast. That shit's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's where they're fighting right now.
I see the pictures that they post.
Like,
I was
I
like,
know,
dude, that
like-
looks bad. That looks bad. But
The
just to go to
Coliseum,
the Coliseum, they're like, yeah, I fought that.
Stand in the middle, hold your hands up.
Yeah. Are you not entertained?
I love that movie. It's amazing. So we're 3 weeks out. When's your next big sparring? I want to go watch you get punched in the face. I mean,
Go out. I actually gotta talk to my boxing coach and see when's the next time we're gonna go do some sparring.
okay.
He's been sparring with this
That-
really good.
Richard Torres,
Yeah.
that fought the Olympic boxer.
Yeah. Kid's a phenom, man.
The motherfucker's a beast, dude.
They've been pretty good, some good rounds together.
Yeah,
It's a good train partner because he's softball too.
I was talking to his dad, and I'm like, hey, can I get in to get some rounds? He's like, I know you can take punches, but you're going to have to wear headgear. I'm like, seriously? And he's like, no, he does hit that hard, man. And I'm like,
Yeah,
does
Trust
he?
me.
It's
Trust
just
me.
he's just clean. His accuracy is good and his pinpoint.
Yeah, he has a lot of
Timing.
volume too.
Yeah, he's a good boxer.
that's crazy, man.
It's close to the sport.
There's a few times I was gonna fucking take his ass down. But I was shit with boxing.
Throw a knee. Ah! So what's your favorite move on the ground, man? We always roll and I always kick your ass. You
Say
always,
if he's rolling with you, it's 69.
No, if I roll with him,
More
it's
south?
ground and pound. Ground and pound is my favorite.
heavy hips,
I feel comfortable pretty much anywhere on the ground. I've been working a lot off my back. I'm starting to feel comfortable before, like being a wrestler.
You don't want to be there.
Yeah, before like it was like, oh, it's bad to be on your back, and then now I'm kind of like got to that point where like, that's cool.
What's your
Be on my
favorite
back.
submission though? North south?
I like the north-south choke.
North-south being pretty good.
North-south choke my favorite. I like that little bicep slicer too. That was pretty clean. Sneaky, nobody knows it's coming.
This guy got a lot of he does a lot of shit that I showed him now. Like I had some sneaky stuff, and he's doing like small guy moves. It's pretty cool.
That's what pisses me off. Is he's like a big ass dude. I mean,
He impresses me, so I'm like, fuck, he could do that.
but he's doing shit on top of me or on somebody I'm watching. This shit that I watched you do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, how the fuck
And-
does that translate?
And I think it helps me out too, because like when I fought Roy and Roy was going for some submissions on me, I was like, you're not gonna get that shit. That's some fat guy shit. You're not gonna get that on me. I'm like, you gotta do some fucking sneaky ass shit to get me.
And I mean that alone, I mean having his pedigree at the gym and that's the main place that you train at.
Yeah.
It just and his eyeball and his fight IQ, that's you guys has come together and being able to trust your family for it. That's got to be a huge blessing. I mean,
And you know, I think also helps me too is us growing up together so long. Like his voice, I could recognize it through anybody. Like when I'm fighting, I can hear my other coaches as well. But mainly I can hear him screaming at me like, "Hey, do this," and I'm like, and without even thinking about it, I can hear it in the back of my head. And I can zone everything else out.
Yeah, that's hard to do in a crowd that big.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's loud inside the Bellator.
And you're right, you're the pinpoint middle of it, so everybody's yelling at you. And if you having his voice, his little gravelly voice, so he's gonna be in your corner for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And are you flying out with him?
I'm flying out a day later. So I'm gonna go to work on that Monday. He's flying out, and then
Where you flying out of?
Oh, Fresno.
Fresno.
Yeah, I'm flying out. He's staying a little bit longer too. So I don't like to be away from home that long. And and he's gonna take some. This is his time, so he's gonna take time to. He's gonna go to the next the fight after the next day. And I'm gonna come home. I gotta go back to work, but.
That's what you gotta go watch.
The most important thing is just to see him win and get out of there. So
you are like that though. I mean, I've seen you at the Palace when you coach. You get the fight done. And you're out.
Yeah. Even when I fight too, I try to. Sometimes I'm like, I think I'm gonna stay. Like I'd be in Vegas or something. I think I'm gonna stay, and then right over like, never mind. Let's go.
Better to go home, be safe.
Yeah.
So you get to go to the second fight and watch Ayala, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited to just have the opportunity to go over there and be part of Bellator.
That's
this
history.
first time going to Hawaii.
The first time any fight venue's been in Hawaii. I mean, any big names, UFC passed it up. There's never been a boxing match out there. I mean, this is the biggest thing that's hit Hawaii. And I'm from Hawaii, and fighting's everything out there. You know, jiu-jitsu's everything out there. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. And you to be the first main event out there, dude, because you're the day before. That's
co-main.
Who cares?
I'm actually
a big deal.
So I'm co-main. I'm just co-main.
Just
Hawaii.
I know. It's not a big deal. You got posters and shit that I signed, At least you're humble.
Yeah.
Has it sunk in yet, though? I mean, that you've been on multiple main events.
Not really. Like when people like talk about me, I'm like, fuck, it's just me. Like what y'all like I'll get messages on Instagram and Facebook. Hey, can you send me an autograph? Like, okay, like yeah, like not saying like in a bad way, like no, but like, fuck, I don't even think I'm famous. Like why don't you want my autograph for?
That's awesome though. I mean, you got to stay humble. In my opinion, there's people that gets in their head.
But I think when we surround ourselves with so much real people that we grew up with, that they'll be like, you ain't shit. Like that's how
They'll call you out.
Like yeah.
Well, honestly, if you go to our gym too and you think you're the shit, you're
They're
gonna realize you ain't shit.
And people are just bring up.
I remember the first time I walked in and you were yelling at me. It was like 5th round, and you were like, "Just get up, do something." And I'm like, I was dead. I mean, I thought I was halfway decent. Like I could hold my own and float through that. It's a bunch of sharks down in that place, man. Well, you got any sponsors? I'm sure there's a bunch of people that support you.
You know, I've had some sponsors that I've had from day one, like Mike Allen from Homes for Rent. He's actually sponsored me, I want to say, since my first MMA fight.
Awesome.
And now I'm going on my 17.
Yeah.
I have my massage lady. Her name's Laura. She kind of fixes all the dents I get from working out and stuff
That's
like
important.
that. And then Alonzo from About Millions, he's been taking real good care of me.
Alonzo's good people, man.
Yeah, I'm real good friends with him, and he's always been a great guy to me.
So you also, I saw Star Spangled.
Yeah, Star Spangled Supplements. They've been sponsoring me with my CBD. I want to say it's been going on over 6 months already that I started using CBD, and I really like it. And they have a great product, and I love it. I use it every night.
CBDs have been like a thing that people have been saying it works, it doesn't work. Has it worked for you personally?
It works for me. It helps with my because jiu-jitsu, like Joe said, like your joints hurt, your back hurts,
Right.
And it helps ease that. Like ease that pain. That helps me sleep great at night. I wake up feeling refreshed.
It's
Everything.
natural. It's not a weird
Yeah.
chemical in the body. That's a good thing. So, you got any sponsors? Is anybody still helping you out? 'Cause you had people in the past that was taking care of you.
Yeah, no, just Star Spangled Banner sent me some CBD. I was taking it for a while. I needed to get back on that. They sent me some new ones, so I'll get back on that. That's about it right now. I'm thinking about it. Just
You're trying to just slide out, huh?
yeah, I'm just trying to say yeah.
So-
Chilling.
I know that you're trying to get out of it, but I hope the school stays together, man.
Yeah. No, I think there'll always be something here, So
Because just like you said, you've had young guys come in to grow to be a man.
no, I definitely want to still be a part of that, and I know like pause and help me out with it and everything. I definitely want to take like a little break for myself a little bit,
Yeah.
just to kind of like figure out things for myself. But I'm always going to be in there helping this guy or other fighters
Yeah,
come
me
up.
too.
Anybody, you know what I mean? Like I just like helping people, and I like people. I mean, so many people have helped me over the years. I could never have did what I've done if it wasn't for so many other people. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe in self-made. Like there's no such thing. Like people help me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to kind of give back, and like even fighting, like when you start fighting, you're kind of a selfish person, when I start fighting, like because you're always young and they have no kids or family or anything, so you're selfish. Everything's about you. You're trying to take all this information and be the best you can. But right now, I want to figure things out as far as financial. As far as job, but I want to help other people out too. I want to give more and kind of. So I'm always going to be there helping any fighters, and try to help them accomplish their goals. And I just like seeing people accomplish things, And hopefully, this guy could, win a Bellator title, win a UFC belt, do stuff that I couldn't do. So
That's awesome. So yeah, in essence, you guys are family growing up, but he's kind of passing the torch to you, pushing you on.
Yeah.
And so, what's the best way to contact you? You said you're on IG and all that
I
stuff.
have my Instagram. It's Ayala. Also, my Twitter is the exact same. Facebook, you guys can reach me at Javier Ayala.
So, how many followers you got?
Instagram?
Yeah.
I think I'm like at almost 3,000. I don't have that much. Joe's way more popular, but if you ask everybody at Walmart, that's who the real celebrity is.
Yeah, I'm only popular with the guys.
Yeah.
It's all dudes.
It's all dudes after you used to be like hitting you up on the DM.
You're kind of small and cute.
You got a pretty mouth and shit.
Yeah.
So, well, we've got you going on the 14th. There's Combatas coming on the 7th, and you saying they're talking to you maybe?
Yeah, they're talking about. I'm talking about
inviting you up or something.
Yeah, about inviting me to go watch the fights. Me and my wife take off. I know I think it's that Friday before I actually leave, so it'll be a great way to unwind and relax with my wife and enjoy some fights.
Is the Portugal prospect going to go watch?
You know what? I think
Karina
Herrera is going to be fighting that night too. She's here from Portugal.
So who do you want to see fight, like spectator wise? Because they're talking fights like McGregor versus Cerrone, and I'm a McGregor fan and a Cerrone fan, but I want to see the Cowboy kick the crap out of McGregor.
I'm not a big fan of McGregor. He does talk a lot of shit and he backs it up, but I think he talks too much shit.
Yeah, there's a line,
Yeah, the line I see, like there's a line you don't cross.
What about the Mayweather versus Tashikin or whatever? Or?
Tension.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's not gonna have me pulled up. Remember?
I just
But
seen right now that it was re-on.
You did it?
Like they re-signed it.
You pulled back in?
Yeah, pulled out and then pulled back in.
He said, what was he end up being pregnant?
So does it?
That'd be cool.
What's the fight rules gonna be?
I don't know, but I hope that they allow kicking.
If they allow kicking, he's
Yeah,
dead.
he's dead. But
I think there's gonna be no kicking and no
No punching.
ground.
no kicking, no punching, no ground.
No kicking, no ground.
They're just gonna
And I think no elbows.
This is a lot of head movement.
Just
Yeah.
kissing. And
He's gonna back up the entire.
So pretty much it's just gonna be boxing, I think.
This is just. I don't even know if they're gonna be punching in that fight. That's. How much do you think they're gonna make in that fight? Tension's doing that. Isn't
Mayweather's doing it, so he's probably making a lot of money.
But Tension's gonna be done. You sign that. That's a family thing right there. You can take care of everybody you know.
Tell Mayweather I'll
well,
fight him.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell Mayweather I'll fight him.
Right.
Shit. I'll come out of retirement quick.
This with MMA talking about pay. The caliber between what you get paid versus what boxers get paid. There's a huge gap.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a huge gap. And to me, I think boxing is, I mean, there's different pain on that, but the ability to get hurt quickly and in different parts of your body on MMA, it damages the body quicker, in my opinion. I mean, there's joints all over that you're going. Do you ever foresee a chance for MMA to have the boxing payouts? I mean,
You know what? I think boxers make that much money. Boxing's been around a long time, so it's kind of super established. But I think MMA is gonna
I think
eventually get there, but it's gonna take a while.
you think after you can be hanging up the gloves before it gets that time, or I mean,
Hope not.
I mean,
Hopefully it's
either.
before I plan to at least do this till I'm about 37. So
You got 7 more
yeah,
years.
7 more years. Hopefully that hits by then.
It'd be amazing. So what's the game plan for tomorrow? You got Friday. You gonna take care of this whole Thanksgiving? I mean, you can't partake in Thanksgiving food.
You mean next Friday?
Oh, is it this next
I
week?
hate it.
I'm already reading ahead, man.
He's already hungry.
I am hungry. I ain't got enough for a fight.
He looked at me and he's like, "Fuck, how looks like a good turkey." But yeah, I'm probably actually gonna make the turkey. I'm gonna put it in a smoker and smoke it for a few hours and see how it comes out. I'll eat turkey, but that's pretty much what I'll be.
But
my
you
main
eat
course.
all those pies and.
I've been missing Thanksgiving for the last few of them, so I'm going crazy.
You're gonna murder yourself. You're gonna die. You're gonna be diabetic by.
You gotta work the next day, so
I know. Fuck.
You're working on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I gotta work too.
That shit.
Yeah. Hopefully they send me a cross stock. Yeah, so I'll be eating shit.
All right. Well, you got anything else you want to talk about?
That's what.
You got anybody else want to shout out? You should probably say, you should be thankful to your.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got my wife.
Yeah, my wife.
I'm super thankful for my wife. You know, she supports me a lot, and it's. I understand that it's hard for her. Like I take time at the gym, and then I'm away from my family all the time. So I'm super thankful that she supports me in all this.
She's the best sponsor of all, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, we all come from families and stuff. It does take a toll on the family with the kids and everything, being able to make to everything, and then some stuff you got to miss, and just.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it's selfish, but you're doing this for the family, so it's a weird mix, and
It's like you do it for them, but you're missing out.
on
You're missing out on stuff for them.
Right. But it takes a different kind of person to stand behind you to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, your wife did it for how long?
Yeah, for a while, and then I would do camps like in LA or Santa Rosa, so I'd be gone for like months, and so yeah, she's been with me,
Rocio's a soldier. Like
Yeah.
Joe's ugly,
ugly as
dumb. So
Dumb.
like she still
Ugly,
sticks by him. So,
yeah,
soldier.
she's a saint.
She's got to be saying that at this point, right? I mean,
She's gonna get
well, I mean,
what an asshole.
it's got to be though. I mean, she's too sweet to do the asshole. You got to be the asshole.
No, I'm saying he's an asshole. This guy.
No, you.
No, those are facts, dude.
I'm an asshole. I'm the nice guy. Nicest guy you ever meet.
Sometimes, only on Tuesdays.
Well, what's going on Tuesdays?
Usually I get beat up. Well, I mean, I got anything you want to add? Anything you need to say? Just thankful for everybody.
Tune into the fight.
Watch the fight, December 14th.
Say some prayers.
Light your candles.
Yeah.
Cross your
And,
fingers and cross your toes, kind of thing.
Yeah, and get ready. Get
Hopefully
ready to
see
watch
it.
the fight.
So
Obviously,
I'm ready for it. I know you've been training. I know you'll stay dedicated and keep going to it. Knowing that your family's gonna be in your corner with the coaching, it's gotta be a blessing right there. And I just want to thank you being on the show and you letting us use your house and being on the show. I mean, appreciate you for and you too. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is another version of MMA podcast or the MMA Fight Pass and the podcast HammerFist. I want to thank everybody again over Spike and Rail, and also want to thank Glepper Digital Media. I want to thank you guys for coming in and spending time with us. Javy Ayala, like I said, is fighting December 14th on Bellator. It'll be on Paramount Network. Tune into that. Something big's going to happen. Somebody's going to get knocked out. And usually he's the one giving out the knockouts with his big old right hand. So if you have any questions, hit him up. Ayala on IG, also on Twitter. You can always follow him, and he's down to give love to anybody that's around sometimes. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody, and you guys have a good night.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. I'm trying to shake my
These chairs are fucked up.
Oh god.